know for a lot of parents, Christmas was not easy, especially for those who decided to put up the beautiful Christmas tree to find it hours later completely and utterly destroyed, and all the ornaments scattered around the house. Today, we'll be talking about what to do if our children on the autism spectrum have a tendency to break things around the house, and most of all, what we can do to mitigate this behavior. That is coming up next. Hi everyone, thank you for watching. I'm Maria, an author, motivational speaker, and busy mom of 3 amazing autistic children. And today I want to share my 20 plus years of experience in discussing the things we can do when our kids start destroying things around the house. Cabinets, phones, cameras, Christmas trees, you name it. When one of my children was young, every time he got a new toy, it will end up completely in pieces. He will open up whatever was given and just break it apart. I'm quite sure you can relate and you feel frustrated because, well, money doesn't grow on trees, and seeing a new toy destroyed in 2 seconds is not fun. So what to do is the million-dollar question. First, we need to do a little investigative work. Why? Because a lot of children on the autism spectrum do these things because they are seeking sensory input. So breaking apart a toy, for example, can be a form of stimulation to them. Not to mention that our children have curious minds and they love to explore and see how things work. So one of the tips I have for you is to have easy access to items that they can pull apart. Maybe you have an old camera hidden somewhere in your basement, an old couch, or a computer that no longer is working. Anything that they can break apart and explore. Of course, you need to ensure you are around supervising this activity to ensure it is safe at all times. Now, autistic children can break things in the house for other reasons as well, such as emotional stress, anxiety, anger, and frustration. For example, if your child is at home all day and they are non-verbal, they might show their frustration through breaking things around the house because they're unable to communicate verbally with you. So pay close attention as to what is happening at home and school and what could possibly be the reasons for your child's behavior, and address it immediately. Boredom could also be a contributor for this problem because when you have an intelligent, capable child, teen or adult, who is not perhaps engaged in activities that can be stimulating enough or entertaining, it might lead to them acting out. Therefore, ensure your child is engaged in activities that can be productive, fun, and that can provide sensory stimuli for all their senses. Also, don't be afraid to teach your child about the value of property, regardless of where they fall on the autism spectrum. You can do it through singing, dancing, creating a social story, a homemade video, or drawing. Repetition is key, so have this lesson prepared in advance and share it often. Don't assume for a second that your child cannot understand or that he or she is unable to learn. Every autistic child can learn. Sometimes it might take them longer, but they will eventually learn it. There are some things we try to teach our kids for a very long time. That's the truth, and sometimes it does feel like they will not get it, but they eventually do. So be extra patient and persistent. Consistency is key, so provide teaching opportunities constantly and they will thrive. I have heard the stories of siblings on the autism spectrum taking their brother or sister's phone or tablet and smashing it to pieces. And as a measure of punishment or maybe frustration, the parent, upon finding out, decides to break the autistic child's own phone or tablet. Don't do this because the child on the autism spectrum may not understand the point you're trying to make, and it may further reinforce that breaking things is the norm. Yes, I know, phones and tablets aren't cheap, and in that moment you may get emotional and react. We are only human, I understand all of that. However, keep in mind who is the adult and who is the child. While you're doing all of this, consider getting adaptive furniture that meets your child's unique needs, or try not to buy anything expensive or fancy. Otherwise, you will not only be risking the items, but also you will get upset if they end up breaking it up. So really comes down to accepting that your house might not look as you intend to, at least for a while. For example, if you know that your child won't be able to handle having a Christmas tree in your home without breaking it apart, then don't put it up, because you will end up stressing yourself out during a time that is supposed to be happy and peaceful. At my home, we didn't put a tree up or any of the usual decorations for a long time until our kids were able to handle it. You can use alternatives next year, such as a virtual Christmas tree that can project a gorgeous tree on the wall without having to worry about the ornaments. You see, it's all about finding those alternatives that can make everyone happy. Last but not least, another tip I have is to engage your child in a calming activity that can help them release the anger, the frustration, and their anxiety while decreasing their chances of breaking things around the house. One of my children and I started doing a meditation course, just a free app I found on my phone, and it has been an incredible experience because not only it helps him to remain calm and be in tune with his body and mind, but also it helps you as a parent when you feel overwhelmed. So I fully recommend doing meditation along with your child. Guys, I really enjoy making these videos and sharing from my own personal experience parenting 3 autistic children because I get it. I want to share as many tips as I can and help parents like you. Thank you so much for watching, and please do me a favor and click on that subscribe button to support this channel.